Welcome back to the channel of the #1 sports bettor, man. It's your boy DPatt, the GOAT, the one and only #1 sports bettor. Today, we're doing something a little different, man. Y'all been asking me all on my Telegram, all on my Twitter, all on my Instagram for me to do a question A on sports betting type questions. So I'm doing that for y'all today, man. I dropped on my Instagram, dropped a poll for y'all to drop some questions. So I'm gonna be answering some of y'all questions. And I hope y'all enjoy the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell, notify when I drop, and come tap in. The link is in the bio to the free chat, the paid chat, the top play, whatever you need. It is in the bio. It's literally in the bio. You don't gotta ask where it's at. It's in the bio. And if you're watching this, man, make sure if you got a question that I didn't answer, drop your question in the comments. And if we get enough questions and enough, comments and likes and subscribers, whatever, we might do a part 2. Tap in. Let's get this money. I'm gonna see you inside. Let's go. First question is, why sometimes the cash out feature is not available on the sportsbook? Every sportsbook don't have a cash out feature. Let's start there. But if you own a sportsbook that has a cash out feature, and you go look and the cash out feature is no longer there, it's probably because you're getting your ass whooped. If you got the money line and your team is down 20, they taking that shit away. They don't want you to be able to cash out. They only gonna have a cash out feature when they feel like it's beneficial for them to have a cash out feature. So if you losing by 20 and they know they're finna get the whole thing, why would they give you a cash out? Or you could be up by a whole lot and they like, it's a chance that, the other team might come back and they're gonna be paying you pretty much the whole thing. If you cash out, they're gonna take it off. They're only gonna have it on there when it's beneficial for the sportsbook. The sportsbook is never going to give you something that is beneficial to you. So if you see that cash out and you up almost the full thing, like you put 100 and you almost the cash out is at 180, 190. It's cool to take that sometimes. But once you start getting close to that 200 mark, they're gonna take it off just in case niggas start coming back and they got a chance to win their bread. But they ain't never gonna just fully give you something to be for your benefit. The cash out feature is not for your benefit. It's not. Like even if you do like a parlay and you got 7 of the 8 legs, you on the last leg, and then that last leg start losing, they taking that cash out. Because what that cash out, what does, they be paying you almost, let's say you put 100 to win 2,000, they'll be paying you 1,500 because you almost there. But then that team start getting cooked, they taking that shit away. They're not about to let you keep some shit that they know they ain't about to pay you out. You losing by 20 on the last leg on the money line. That's your last leg. They keeping it. You understand me? Keep. Another question I got was, do you parlay or single bet? If you ain't never watched none of my other videos, y'all should know I really don't like doing parlays like that. I really don't. I do them from time to time, and it's okay for you to do them from time to time. But it should not be your main bet. My main thing that I do single bets. I find a game that got good odds, that I got a good play on, and I run with that one play. And I might do a couple of them. One play. Or, if I'm feeling it, you just do one game a day, however you want to do it. But if you want to do parlays, like I said, it's cool to do either one. But if you're going to do parlays, it should not be your main source. You should be betting the same thing you bet on the parlay as what you would bet on the single. If you betting, say you betting $100 a game, whatever. If you're going to do a parlay, you should maybe be doing $15 or $20 on that parlay. Your parlay should be just like a bonus. The single is your main source of income. When you start doing parlays, it's just a bonus. Now, if you want to do 20 leg parlays for $20, that's cool, as long as you're covering your ass with the singles. Now, if you ain't doing nothing but strictly just straight parlays, you're going to be getting your ass whooped, because every day it's going to be adding up 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. You gotta have something to cover that bet, because parlays are not as likely to hit, especially the more you stretch the legs out. You start doing 2, 3 legs, that ain't too bad. But you start getting to 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. You think the sportsbook put that shit there? You think they talking about you put 20 to win 2,000? You think it's not for a reason? They know they're not finna pay that shit out. They know you finna lose one of them bitches. It's 8 legs on this bitch. One of them bitches gonna lose. You got 8 favorites. One of them underdogs gonna cash. You gonna be on your ass. Let's get to the next question. Next question is a 3-way money line the same as a regular money line? If not, what's the difference? It sounds like what he asking is a 3-leg parlay the same as a single? So I'm guessing he's saying is a parlay the same. Three money lines together on a parlay the same as a single. It's not the same, because if you got one single, you got one game. If you got 3 money line legs, you got 3 games. That's 3 games they got to cash. So it's a lot harder to cash those 3. Now, if you talking about you got minus 2,000 and shit, then it's not gonna pay out the same. Now, if you doing some regular, minus 150s, 140s, whatever, it's gonna pay out a lot more. But if you doing minus 2,000, minus 1,500 type shit, you put 3, 4 of them together, you still not gonna be at break even. You still gonna be at minus 300. So, to answer your question, no, it's not the same. You can pick one regular money line. If it cash, you win. If it don't cash, you lose. If you do a 3-leg, you can cash 2 and lose 1, you still gonna lose. You gotta hit all 3. So, not the same. Next question is, how to make money besides sports betting to help fund sports betting. It's a lot of shit you can do to make money. If your job is not enough and you really want to sports bet that bad, then you gotta get a second job. Or you gotta do something on the side that's going to help you bring more income. You can go drive Uber, you can do DoorDash, you can get a second job, you can do whatever you want. Anything, you can cut grass, you can wash cars, whatever you want to do. But you gotta put the time in. Like, you got a job and you wanna do this full time too, or you need some money to do that. If your job ain't paying enough, well, you go get you a second job. Go get you another source of income to help fund the sports betting part of it. And you gotta be smart about it. Once you start doing it, once you start betting, you gotta bet smartly. You can't just do it and then just take the whole thing you just made and put it on one game and get cooked. Now you back at square one. You gotta take your time, man. But like I said, it's a lot of shit you can do. You can do e-commerce. You can do crypto, forex, whatever you want. But like I said, those things, you gotta be a little skilled. If you ain't got the skill to do it, you're gonna get cooked in that too. But main things you can do, you have to put your body on the line and go make some money. Get out there and go work. Your 9 to 5, pay you $2,000 a month. Go find you something else that could pay you another $2,000 a month. And use that money to fund the sports betting. That's simple. Next question is, how you be knowing what games to pick? That's a very hard question to answer, just because I've been doing this shit so long. I just know what I'm looking for. I don't even know how to explain what I'm looking for. I just know what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. But I really, it's hard to explain. It's a mixture of a lot of shit. Or stats, injuries, it's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that could go into picking a game. But sometimes I literally could pick a game in 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Like, I could get on this shit and look and be like, yeah, that don't look right. Got me the game for the day. Like, I just know I've been doing this shit too long. That's why they call me that #1 sports bettor. And if you don't know how to pick games and know what you're looking for, then get with somebody that know what the fuck they doing. Simple. Next question is, how do you deal with losing a bet mentally? How do you get over taking an L? It's really not that hard for me, because when you betting the right unit size, a L not gonna hurt you. It affects you mentally for real when you know you're gonna need that money for something else. You betting your rent money, you betting your car note money, you betting your mama money, you betting some loan money, you betting student loan money, you betting your boss money. Like, you betting money that's not even your money. That's when it's gonna affect you mentally. When you betting your shit and you betting your right unit size, if you lose a game, you're not gonna be tripping. You're not gonna be missing that money. I literally can lose a game and not even really think about it for real. I just move on to the next one. I'll be pissed at that moment because how the fuck I just lost that shit. But right after it's over, back to normal. No revenge betting, no chasing, none of that. Like, no. You just gotta bet the correct unit size. It's real simple. Once you start betting too high, you start betting too much, and you lose that game, that shit gonna fuck with you mentally for real. So if it's messing with your mental when you lose, you shouldn't be betting that amount of money. Next question. Betting 170 odds or higher is better than minus 110. That's completely false. You want to be as low as possible on the odds. The higher the number, the higher the juice, the less you're gonna make. So if you bet $100 on a minus 110, it's gonna pay you 90. which is gonna be like 190 total. If you bet 100 on the 170 odds, it's gonna pay you somewhere around like 66 or some shit like that. I don't know the exact number, but the higher you go, the less you're gonna make. So you want to find games that have very lower juice, that you got really good chance of winning. Once you start getting too high, it don't make sense. You bet minus 300, and you betting 100 to win. So you betting 100 to win $30. Right? You want to keep the odds low. And like I said, well, and it just depends on the game as well, because like if you find a game that got a minus 110 spread for minus 4.5 or 5.5, whatever, but then you look at the money line and the money line is minus 160 or whatever, sometimes it's better to just take that 160 to not have to cover those points. It's all about winning. The name of the game is winning. If you can win more than you can lose, you're gonna make money. Just because it's minus 110 don't mean you gotta bet minus 110 every time. If you got minus 160s and you consistently cashing them, and you cashing them at a way higher rate than you're losing, then it's all good. As long as you're winning and you making money, it works. And sometimes I'll see a line and it might be minus 3, minus 4. I'll be like, I think that team gonna win, but there's a possibility they could not cover. Boom, I'll take the 150 or the 160 or the 140, whatever. And at the end of the day, if I cash it, I cash it. If they cover that spread, they cover it. But it's a lot of times why I've done that and they have not covered that spread. And if I would have took the spread, I would have lost. So sometimes the juice ain't always the most important thing. Yes, you want to get lower odds, but you also want to win. So I can say that. The next question is, what other sports do you pick besides NBA? I got 3 sports I mainly do. My favorite sport is football. NCAA, college football is my best sport. I do NBA, I do NFL, and I do MLB. Those are the 3 sports with 4 categories that I really bet on. I'll bet on March Madness, but I really don't bet college basketball like that throughout the season. But March Madness, I'll get into it. So basketball, football, baseball. Next question. What do you recommend me doing? I can win like 300-400, but I lose it because I chase more. Why are you chasing? You just answered the question to you just answered your own question. What do you recommend me doing? I can win like 300-400, but I lose it because I chase more. Stop chasing. I done told y'all time and time again to stop revenge betting. You got days where you having a good day, you cash out, you go to the next day, you cash out, you go to the next day, you cash out, you go to the next day, you lose. And you be like, fuck, I just lost, I gotta get it back. Bet some bullshit you ain't done no research on, cook. Fuck, I just lost again. There's one more game, Lakers playing tonight, I can get it on this game and get the money back. Play it again, cook. Just like that, you done lost the whole shit you done won in the last 3 days. Why are you chasing? You just bet 2 games that you did absolutely no research on, just trying to get your money back. Stop chasing. It's real simple. I don't know why that's so hard for y'all to do. Stop chasing. If you didn't do no research on that game, you did no research. Stop chasing. It's real. You answered your own question, nigga. Stop chasing. Next question is, do you make picks for higher/lower? Thinking about paying 100 for the month. If you saying higher or lower as in over or under, then I do those sometimes. My main thing that I do spreads, money lines, over unders, and that's the main thing you're gonna get in my monthly check. Spreads, money lines, and over unders. That's the main 3 things that you're gonna get in my monthly check. All right? Answer your question. Next question is, on your bets, when you say, for example, Lakers -4, and then you say plus 17.5, plus 18.5, what do you mean? So basically the first number is the original spread. The spread for the original line for the beginning of the game, basically. The second number you see is a live bet, which means if you don't know what live betting is, you can bet the game live. So The Lakers could be playing and they could start losing. If they start losing, the line is going to move from -4 to -3 to -2 to +3 to +5 to +7 to +10 to +12 to +15 to +18. Once it gets to the number that I said, then you would bet again. So it's basically like a hedge bet, but it's a live bet. So you got your original line, and I'm giving you a number that I'm looking for my live bet. Every game that I bet, I have a number in my head that I'm like, okay, if it gets to this point, this is a live bet. It just depends on how the game going. If the game just going and the niggas come out playing like shit, getting their ass whooped, whatever, like just straight horrible, then I'm not gonna bet the live. But if they come out fighting, whatever, and they just so happen to be losing a little bit at the beginning of the game, whatever, and they get to that point and it's down 18.5, 19, whatever, plus 19, then boom, you jump in on a live bet. But it's basically the same thing. Man, what happened over here? Why they got traffic? Yeah. If a team is losing, that's what that second line is for. The first line is the original line. The second line that I put in the chat is the live bet. Next question is, do you live bet? Just answer that. Just answer that. Yes, I live bet. And for y'all, let me say this for y'all in my chat, right? I'm already picking games that got a higher probability of winning, right? So if I was y'all, like sometimes I wouldn't even take my bet. Like I wouldn't even take my original line. If I say I got, like I said, for example, in the last question, Lakers -4, right? Usually that line it happens, but usually the line just don't go straight up. Like it usually don't go from -4. They just come out cooking out the gate and they be -4, -10, and you never get a chance to get in. What I would do is, I would see the line that I got is -4. All right, cool. The game start. Lakers are down 5, whatever. The line might move from -4 to money line. I would jump in right there because automatically you got a higher chance of winning than me. Automatically, just out the gate. Just because you got in live instead of taking my original line. So I say -4. They come out losing by 8, whatever. The line go to +2. Now you got a really good line. All of my entries are already good entries. So you got a live bet on my original entry. You don't have to follow my exact blueprint. If you want to, cool. When I win, you win. When I lose, you lose. But if you don't, you want to tweak it a little bit and do your own shit, do your own shit. You got to make this shit your own, man. You can't just follow a nigga bets thinking that it's just going whatever. I'm going to make shit the best for me. And if I see a nigga winning and I can get some better lines than what he getting, then I'm going to do that. And if you don't know what live betting is, then you got to look into it yourself. Yes, I do live bet. All right, so I don't know how many questions we just answered, but I feel like we answered quite a few questions just now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope the questions that I put in here could help some of y'all become better sports bettors. Better sports bettors. You understand me? And if you're ready to get some money, make sure you tap in, man. Link in the bio to the free chat, to the paid chat, to the top play, whatever you need. It's in the bio. Go get it. And if you have any more questions, make sure you drop your question down below so when we do a part 2, we can answer some of these questions. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Click that bell to notify when I drop. I'm going to see you in the next video. You ready to get this money? I'm going to see you inside. Let's go.